Wanted to cover the ins and outs as we've seen the new Lakers news. First of all, we've seen with Avery Bradley, he's not going to be returning with the team, and let alone they did sign J.R. Smith to replace that role for Avery Bradley in the starting position. And then around a week later, which just occurred today, there's reports of Rajon Rondo. He's now going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. And when it comes to the point guard of the Lakers, he did fracture his right thumb during practice with the Los Angeles Lakers on Sunday, whenever they were on the bubble over at Orlando. But he did break his hand back into November 18th. We've seen with Rajon Rondo, he's not really injury prone, but he's incurred some major injuries from the past couple of years with Boston, and then with the New Orleans Pelicans, especially in the playoffs a couple of times, and then now here with the Los Angeles Lakers. Rondo's been a weird piece for this team. He doesn't really fit the style to where how they want to be. With LeBron James, who is ball dominant, who is a small forward, but LeBron is so ball dominant to where he pretty much wants to be the point guard, let alone the point forward for any franchise. As LeBron was with Cleveland, his second stint, Kyrie Irving pretty much was forced to play a combo guard, while LeBron will pick up the ball around roughly 70% of the time. And we've seen with Kyrie Irving, he had complaints during that time period. LeBron came over to the Los Angeles Lakers. Same thing with him and Lonzo Ball. And LeBron always stated that going to the Lakers, he would work to play more off ball. We haven't really seen that to be the case as much. But it is what it is. So now we have Avery Bradley out, J.R. Smith in the rotation, and then Rajon Rondo, who is out. Again, Rondo's been a weird piece. You can't start him on the team because LeBron likes to play the point guard position, and Rondo doesn't fit off the bench. He's not a bench player. Rondo's more of a starting point guard for a championship caliber team. But the Lakers didn't want to roll that way. We expected in the beginning of the season probably starting lineup of Rajon Rondo, Danny Green, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and as well as for their center JaVale McGee. Some people were thinking of putting Kyle Kuzma at the 4 and Anthony Davis at the 5. I disagreed. I like now how they have the Twin Towers, as I was expecting them to be one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, let alone for block shots for both AD and JaVale McGee. But with Rondo out, usually Frank Vogel will give him unnecessary minutes. I know there's a lot of fans in the NBA who had problems, let alone critiques when it came to it, let alone with me as well. Whenever there was a net rating of Quinn Cook playing with LeBron James, it was over 28 whenever it came to it. So I think there's more 3-and-D type players, let alone shooters out there in the perimeter that'll fit better. I think this could possibly be a blessing in disguise. With Rajon Rondo, he will be gone 4 to 6 weeks. So the season will be starting at the end of July, which is around 2-3 weeks from now. And Rondo should be back around the second round of the playoffs. So probably going against the Thunder or the Jazz. And I think the Lakers will catch a groove. You did add in Dion Waiters as well. And it will give more minutes to Caruso. I think Quinn Cook will play a little more from time to time. But in the playoffs, I don't think Quinn Cook will really be playing. I think it'll be more Caruso as their backup point guard as usual. LeBron, of course, is still going to be as your starting point guard. And then Dion Waiters, he's a great combo guard that can bring up the ball from time to time. I think this opens the opportunity for the Lakers offense to be eccentric, let alone dynamic and explosive from the three-point line. I think this fits LeBron James' system, let alone a shooting team. Rondo's always been kind of a plug when it comes to there. He didn't really fit as well. He does have the veteran presence, which is great, and I think that'll help him out later on in the playoffs. But overall, I think this is actually a blessing in disguise. There was a lot of questions for the Lakers. I'm not worried about it. I still have the Lakers to, of course, go to the Western Conference Finals. I don't think anyone's really batting an eye when it comes to it. But hey, let me know down below what happens to the Lakers, what kind of changes, let alone how the rotation is going to look like on your guys' side. As expected, it'll look like LeBron will start at point guard. Pretty much bring up the ball 100% of the time now. Danny Green and JR as your 2 and 3, wing defenders and shooters. And then AD and JaVale at the 5. And we're going to see Caruso still as your backup point guard. Quinn Cook will get some minutes probably time to time. But I think they'll probably put Dion Waiters more into that. Hey, but let's see what happens here with LA.